नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले
सच्चिदानन्दरूपं गोकुले
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले राजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं
यशोदाभियोलोकराधाममानं नेत्रं परं बुधयुग्नेन सातं Lila, नमो क्षेत्र हो में श्री नमस्ते सुदाम में सुरने पिराने नमो श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, यशोदा दामोदर की जय,
जय
कार्तिक व्रत की जय,
जय
जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
जय
विष्णु पंचक की जय।
जय
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and wish, whose saks earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from his swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been cut from behind by her who ran after him with a greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the whipping stick in his
Please
mother's
read the
hand,
next one.
is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of quick bleeding due to crying. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
4, 5.
Hare Krishna. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in the knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Ramodara hundreds and hundreds of times. Hare Krishna.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Hare Krishna.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft and black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. This is Damodar Bhagwan ki jai.
Hare Krishna. O Supreme Godhead, I offered my obeisances unto you. O Damadaro, O Ananto, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorance fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narda and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding motor. In the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Damodar ki Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam
Tapta Jivanam
Kaviviridhitam Kalmasapaham
Kaviviridhitam Kalmasapaham
Sravanamangalam Srimadatam
Shravanamangalam Srimadattatam
Bhuvi Grunanti Te Bhuvi Grunanti Ye Purida Jana
Grunanti
Vigrananti
bhurida jana.
Bhurirajana.
An actor of your words and the description of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations, transmitted by learned sages, eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most beneficent. Thank you for joining our evening program. Can anybody say what was the essence of Brahma's prayer that we discussed yesterday? We discussed 8 prayers, 8 verses of Brahma, 8 verses we covered yesterday. Can anybody say what is the ultimate essence?
Sir, we should do devotional service firmly, and lots of miseries will come in our life, lots of obstacles will come in our life, but we should not be derailed from devotional service. Sir, this was the essence.
So how he said that? We must be determined to please Krishna. This is what his Ansel Agrawal is saying. Anybody else would like to comment? Yes?
Earnestly wait for the grace of Krishna while performing the devotional service.
Yes.
Whatever karmas, the sufferings might come on the way, still we hold on to Krishna.
Right. Anmal Avasti is saying Krishna's transcendental qualities are too innumerable to be counted and or measured and are beyond all material conceptions. So we saw that Brahmaji said it is most difficult to conceive the ultimate form of Krishna. Krishna is a cowherd boy. is the ultimate form of Krishna, the absolute truth. Brahmaji said that it is very, there are devotees, those who practice Krishna consciousness, and then they derail and they follow the path of jnana, and they are completely vanquished in course of time. Hey, can you come here? The topa of Radha Raman. Where it is missing? So the and Brahmaji also said there are many yogis after many births, they finally take up to Krishna consciousness and then attain the abode of Krishna. Brahmaji is saying that where is that? Neither I nor anyone else can estimate the potency of this transcendental body of yours, which has shown such mercy to me. That is, Krishna as a cowherd boy has taught Brahmaji that how that same little cowherd boy is a source of everything that exists. So Krishna, in his purest personal form, is hidden, not easily understandable, even by Brahmaji, or to speak of others. So it is very difficult to please Krishna the way he wants, because to please Krishna is most difficult. To please Krishna also very easy. How it is very easy and how it is very difficult. It is very easy when we have simply awe and reverence. We want awe and reverence relationship with Krishna. Hey, what are you doing? The topa was kept on the top of Radha Ramanji. It's a small topa. What happened? So, yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, to please Krishna is very easy, but to please Krishna is very difficult. If you really want to conquer Krishna, you want to capture Krishna as he is. You want to please Krishna while maintaining a distance, no problem. Very easy. Okay? But you want to dance on the shoulder of Krishna. You want to bind Krishna. You want to show him stick. You want to bribe him with half a sandesh so that he can dance according to your own tune. These kind of things, you really want. People take this is human. This is not human. This is the absolute beauty of the absolute truth. There is the absolute truth of the absolute beauty. That's the absolute beauty of the absolute truth. Is, like yesterday I was telling you, a simple, even the dust in brush They want to please Krishna by becoming as softer as possible. So Brahmaji is making it very clear that absolute truth as Krishna is most difficult to comprehend and most difficult to please. Absolute truth as Vaikuntha Pati is very easy, because there, you maintain a distance from the Lord. You just have to adore him as the absolute, as the controller, as the supreme person, but not as intimately you deal with Krishna in Braj. So essentially what we concluded, Krishna's in verse number 7, Brahmaji said that everything is possible. This limited world can be comprehended, can be quantified by philosophers and scientists. Everything about the limited world. Okay? That means anybody can count number of molecules, number of sand particles, number of photons. All these are possible. That means this limited world can be comprehended by an empowered scientist, empowered philosopher, but nobody can be empowered to comprehend the innumerable transcendental qualities that Krishna has. And ultimately, we stopped with where a devotee who is determined to please Krishna will ultimately attain the lotus feet of Krishna. So that is why we must be determined. There will be so many tests would come in life. But if those tests overwhelms us, just like, somebody gets frightened by the test, gone, is a big failure. And when it comes to the kind of test, Krishna puts us in real life situation, right? Like Prabhupada was giving one example. One of his god brother, he has already taken sannyas, and it seems that his past wife, because once you become sannyas, that means you have no wife, no children, nothing, right? You have forsaken your connection with the world. But it seems that his past wife, whatever, had an affair with another fellow. After he learned that, he committed suicide. And Prabhupada was telling, this is their idea of sannyas. But you may laugh hearing Prabhupada saying, it's not easy. Okay? Because although you at some point of time you take a sannyas, you have lived with a family, and you wanted certain integrity and everything in your family members, and you are affected by that. Simple test, he could not, after taking sannyas, he could not pass that test and committed suicide. So dear devotees, real life situations are very difficult. And Krishna puts real life situation in so difficult way. It is very, very difficult. Maybe I will give some examples, but let today's during the end of the class, you remind me 1 or 2 examples I'll give how real life situations really can puzzle us and derail us from bhakti. But here, let's go. I hope you enjoyed the last 8 slokas, and anybody has started memorizing these verses? Anybody who memorized Jnana, Prayasam, Udapa, Jnanam, Prayasam, Udapa, Jnanam, Prayasam. What is that? Jnane Prayasam, Udapasya Mamanta Eva. Very significant verse. Everybody should memorize it. We are not able to pass the test because we take shelter of our puny intelligence, puny brain. Puny brain. Even nowadays, small kids, they'll give you 10 logic. So bewildered. At least in our time, we didn't have even the guts to speak out. If big elderly people are speaking, just hear, nod your head. Nowadays, these small kids, they have no knowledge of anything. They speak like, big Einsteins. Jnane prayasa mudapasa. Only when we give up our speculative mentality, then only we can practice Krishna consciousness, otherwise not. Otherwise, our speculative mentality will tell, if you surrender to Krishna, what is going to happen to your family member? If you surrender completely Krishna, what is going to happen to your future? If you surrender to Krishna, how the whole world will be fed with food, and who will maintain and sustain the world. So many ways. The Jnana Prayasa. Dr. Suvendu Samant, what will happen to electric vehicle? If I fully surrender to Krishna, what is going to happen to electric vehicle? They would collapse. Yes, it will collapse. Jnane Prayasa. Beautiful prayers of Brahmaji. Beautiful prayer. Okay, so let's go. Passe samenaryamanantadde paratmaditvatvayapi mayini mayam vitatte chitumatma vaivavam yaham kayatyanye shamivarchiragno. My Lord, to see my uncivilized impudence. Uncivilized impudence. Brahmaji, can you imagine? Brahmaji carries Veda within his heart. In Odia, there is a proverb, Brahma bewildered Veda. You follow what I said?
Brahmaji roams the Vedas.
And without consciousness, you speak something. Out of your consciousness, you speak something. Hey, kya keh raha hai? This fellow is a mad fellow. He's speaking something even he doesn't understand. That is called Bidbili. So Brahma Bidbili Veda. So whatever Brahma speaks, that is Veda. Whether in his ignorance or in his ignorance or passion or goodness, doesn't matter. In whichever state he speaks, that is Veda. This is what is the proverb, Odia proverb. And Brahmaji is saying, just see my uncivilized impudence. To test your power, I tried to extend my illusory potency to cover you. the unlimited and permeable super soul. What are the examples I gave? What are the examples I gave? Brahma trying to
Showing
bewilder
torchlight to sun. Seeing sun with torchlight.
Yeah. Trying to see the sun using a torchlight. And the glowworm trying to show its light in the daytime. Whiteness of the snow in the night. Garam pani. Very good. Some medicine. That Ayurvedic medicine. Ayurvedic लेना है. To test your power, I tried to extend my illusory potency to cover you, the unlimited and permeable super soul, who bewilder even the masters of illusion. What am I compared to you? I'm just like a small spark in the presence of a great fire. Brahmaji, who is the supermost among all jivas. Nobody can become greater than Brahmaji, as far as jiva is concerned. And Brahma is saying, I'm so insignificant. And still, I wanted to cover my own illusion. Because Brahmaji, as such powerful personality, he has a lot of mystic potential, obviously. Yeah. So now let us, and not only that, you just see, if a jiva who can live for 311 trillion 40 billion years, he must be extraordinary. Okay, I don't think Kumaras would live until Brahma, but Kumaras burned not in the beginning of the creation. Kumaras were burned when creation was 5-year-old. So in that sense, that powder. So a person who is able to live 311 trillion 40 billion years. Let us learn humility from this prayer of Brahma. He's saying uncivilized impudence Brahmaji has. He's acknowledging his impudence. And he's saying, I'm just like a small spark in the presence of a great fire. Ataha kshamasa chutamera jabhuvo iyajanatasvat prithagi samanina ajavale panda tamonda chakshusa eso nukampyo mainatavaniti. Therefore, O infallible Lord, excuse my offense. I've taken birth in the mode of passion, and therefore simply foolish, presuming myself a controller, independent of your lordship. You see, Brahmaji was not born in passion. Brahmaji was directly born out of Lord's navel. So he is not an ordinary person. He is Swayambhu. He is directly born out of Krishna. As asexual production, pure divine production, divine birth. But still, Brahmaji was entrusted with the creation. So he has to embrace passion, otherwise he can't create. Okay? So, I'm therefore simply police, presuming myself a controller, independent of your lordship. My eyes are blinded by the darkness of ignorance, which causes me to think of myself as the unborn creator of the universe. But please consider that I am your servant, therefore worthy of your compassion. So Brahmaji is surrendering to Krishna. He's saying, it appears to me I am so great. I'm not. Of course, you see, Brahmaji is in full knowledge of the absolute truth. Narada has asked this question to Brahmaji, that you are always in meditation. It looks like you are not the absolute truth, somebody else. Can you please tell me about the absolute truth? And Brahmaji would narrate Sahasra Sirsa Purusa in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's not that Brahmaji doesn't know things, he knows. But then anybody can be bewildered. Imagine Krishna comes as a flower. Can Krishna come as a flower? Yes or no? He can come. Can Krishna come as a plant? Yes or no? Yes. Can Krishna come as a bee? Yes, he can come. So obviously anybody can be bewildered. We have seen in third canto how from Brahma's this portion. What is this portion? Maybe two eyebrows little. This portion. This portion. This is two eyebrows and the middle. Huh? Hey, what is this portion? There is some from that portion. Huh? Nah. Somebody saying?
Kapal, Anmol's brother is saying.
Kapal. Kapal is forehead, Baba. This is this portion. Where we meditate Krishna. Middle of the chakra. I'm saying, but that is. Glabella. Whatever it is. From Brahma's, from that portion came out Lord Boar. नहीं इधर से शिवा नहीं Anyhow, Brahma, and when Brahma saw boar appearing, and in front of him that same boar becoming glowing and growing in size, looking so transcendental, Brahmaji started offering prayer. He says, it's not my creation. Bhru Madhya, correct. That's exactly Bhru. So, so Brahma has all these experiences. जब तुम 150 ट्रिलियन years जी चुके हो, कितनी एक्सपीरियंस होगा? मैं 50 साल के बाद मैं कहता हूँ भाई मेरा पास इतना एक्सपीरियंस है, ये 50 साल कुछ भी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, जो अगर 100 साल जी लेता है कहते भाई कितना जी लिया, 100 साल, 100 years. So, dear friends, Brahma is not an ordinary person, and he has a lot of experience, and he's feeling miserable that he failed to recognize Krishna. You may say, Brahmaji only invited Krishna, right? Krishna is going to come. Brahmaji only has ordered all demigods to appear in Yadu dynasty. right? And we are every day we are told, nah? We are nobody. We are told, right? But when time comes, what happens? Our false ego immediately positions himself. You are finished. You are finished. Absolutely finished. So, so Brahmaji is begging apology. Kwaham tamomahat aham kacharagnivaru samves chittanda ghatasapta vitastikaya kvedro vidavika nitanda paranu charya bhata dvaroma vivarsaya chate mahitvam. What am I? A small creature measuring 7 spans of my own hand. This is from tip of this to this. All of us, whatever may be your height, you multiply this into 7, that will be your height. This, how Krishna's design is. And everybody, for everybody is true. For everybody is true. आज जाके वेरीफाई कर लेना. हमें बताया गया था. If you measure from here to here to here, then 3.5. छोटे बच्चे थे, हम सब इसको मेजर करते थे. And this 7. And everybody. And these are there in our literature. And people say this is mythology. This is mythology. What am I, a small creature measuring 7 spans of my own hand? I'm enclosed in a pot. Even if you try, you can't become bigger than this. Suppose you become a mystical potency, right? And even if you become a big asura, right? But that asuras, this span, whatever you become big, so that will be 7. Okay? So you cannot violate this law. I'm enclosed in a pot-like universe composed of material nature. So Brahmaji is very clear. Pot-like universe is a closed egg. Anda means egg. Brahmanda. It has an egg shape and it is closed. Pot-like universe composed of material nature, the total material energy, false ego, ether, air, water, and earth. And what is your glory? Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body, just as particles of dust pass through the opening of a screen window. What is that verse? Head. Jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanatha.
Yasya prabha prabhavato.
क्या कह रहे हैं? यह कारणा नवजले वदति स्म योग निद्राम अनंत जगदंड सरोम कूप आधार शक्तिम अवलंब्य परांश मूर्तिम गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहं भजामि. And then यस्यैक निश्चित कालम अथावलंब्य जीवन्ति लोम विलजा जगदंडनाथ विष्णुर महान यस्य कला विशेष गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहं भजामि. I don't know whether Brahmaji composed this after this or before this. Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body, just as particle of dust pass through the opening of screen window. So Brahmaji is saying, I am within the system. And being within the system, I do something and I think I'm great, although I'm actually encaged by that very system. But Krishna is always outside the system. Krishna says, although I'm situated in everything, but I'm not in them. Because he's outside of everything. That is why he knows things. But all of us, we are part of the system, how big it may be. And because we are part of the system, we cannot understand the system. So Brahmaji is saying, I'm encaged within this anda, Brahmanda. Brahmanda of material modes of nature, material energy, 5 elements, and so forth. I'm encaged by that. Whereas you are outside, yet you are source of everything. Oh Lord, Utkepanam Garbhagatasya Padayo Kim Kalpate Maturadoksha Jagase Kimasti Nasti Vipodesa Bhushitam Navasti Kukhe Kyadabhyananta. Oh Lord Adakshada, does a mother take offense when the child within her womb kicks with his legs? You ask those who are pregnant. Every day they will say, the baby is kicking this side, that side. Okay? And they feel happy. Sometimes it may pain, but mother is feeling happy. Why? Why she is feeling happy? Even if she is kicking, the baby is kicking, the mother is feeling he is all right. The baby is all right. Right? And is there anything in existence, whether designated by various philosophers as real as unreal, that is actually outside your abdomen? Very nice analogy to please. Actually, what has happened, this prayer up to 8, Brahmaji gave philosophy. Right? Yesterday, the verse number 1 to 8. I think somebody should make the notes that we made yesterday. Okay, so to go through all the points that we made, you should do it and put it in the Vaikuntha. Followed? Because yesterday that what we said is very interesting. Because अरे charge नहीं है. अरे यहीं पे है. क्या हो रहा है? ये नहीं है रे. I don't know. I don't know. इधर ला रे. क्या? वो जो दिया. हाँ. Okay. So, and after 8, 9 onwards, Brahmaji is talking about his own impudence and trying to beg apology from Krishna. He's saying, does a mother take offense when a child kicks? And he's saying, everything is your belly. Everything is within your belly. And I'm that one of the idiots who has kicked you. So I hope you will not take offense and kindly forgive me. Right? So because nothing is outside, real and unreal. Everything is within Krishna. real and non-real. Everything is within Krishna. That's what Brahmaji is saying. Jagat Trayanta Dadi Samplabodhe Narayanasya Dara Navinalat Vinirgatojas Tu Itiban Navai Mrasa Kintu Ishwaratvanna Vinirgatosmi. My dear Lord, it is said that when three planetary systems are merged into the water at the time of dissolution, your plenary person Narayana lies down on the water gradually. A lotus flower grows from his navel, and Brahma takes birth upon that lotus flower. Certainly these words are not false. Thus I am not burned from you. I didn't follow what he says. This is fine. Gradually a lotus flower grows from his navel, and Brahma takes birth upon that lotus flower. Certainly these words are not false. Thus I am not burnt from you. Oh, sir, he's asking the question. I am your son. He's saying, I am your son. Whatever you may do, whatever fault you may find with me, ultimately I am your son. So you have a very good way to now pray to Krishna. Oh Krishna, I am, accept. Every step I take is a mistake. Because I am filled with passion and ignorance, what will happen? Can't you? No. When you sincerely practice and pray like this is good. So this is very, very nice. See, you cannot offer prayer just like that. How Brahma, just think about Brahmaji, Huji. I don't think that if some Brahmaji would come, I will go and immediately tell Brahmaji, I offer obeisances. I can't do that. He's an extraordinary personality. Suppose Prime Minister Modi comes and suddenly I'll pat at his back. Modi ji, are you doing all right? You can't do that to Modi. He's Prime Minister, Baba. So, but Brahmaji, you see how he's making a prayer, he's teaching us. Although Brahmaji was born as a son to Krishna, we can always also serve. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We have even better knowledge. Oh Krishna, you only have said that I am your part and parcel. Aham bija padaprita. You are the seed giving father. So I am yours. Whatever mistake I am doing, please don't mind it. Correct me, but don't keep me away from the lotus feet. I have no problem. As long as you correct me, I have no problem. But I do not desire to be away from your lotus feet. Rakho ranga charonero pasa. Please always keep me. Whatever my fault, I have unlimited faults. But still, you keep me at your lotus feet. So this is what is called, we must be determined to please Krishna. We must be determined. Narayanastam nahi sarvadehinam atmasyadhi sakila loka sakshi Narayunangam Narabhu Jalayanat Tachapi Satyam Natavaiva Maya. Are you not the original Narayana? O Supreme Controller, since you are the soul of every embodied being and the eternal witness of all created realms. Indeed, Lord Narayana is your expansion. He is called Narayana because he is generating source of the primeval water of the universe. He is real, not a product of your illusory Maya. So again, Brahmaji came to philosophy now. Okay. Are you not the original Narayana? He saw it. He just now saw. It was revealed within him. Krishna is the original Narayana. In fact, he is the source of all Narayanas. And he is telling why the name. Anybody who can define what is Narayana? Anybody who can define Narayana? Generating source of primeval water of the universe. But how is defined Narayana? Where it is written? In the purport? Bolo, bolo. Yeah, la. Yeah. Son of the Supreme Being, who is the foundation of all. Nara means water. Okay. You can say Nara Ayana. Ayana means yatra. And yeah, this is not properly explained. Anybody who knows definition of Narayana?
Sir, the shelter of all living entities. Ayana means shelter, and Nara is in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is explained. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila it's explained, sir, that shelter of all living entities. Nara is the aggregate of all living entities, and Ayana means shelter.
That is one definition.
And another
definition here, generating source of primeval water of the universe.
Yeah, and the second is about water also, that both the explanations there in Adi Lila. I just find out something.
Yeah. So anyway, that is Narayana, the shelter. Ayana also is shelter. So shelter of all living entities. All living entities finally reside on the body of Mahavishnu. And here it's saying generating source of the primeval water, in which Garbhodaka Vishnu lies, Mahavishnu lies. Okay. Tatche, correct? Tatche jalastham tavajag gadvapu Kim me nadustam bhagavastadaiva, kim va sudrustam rudime tadaiva, kim no sapaddeva punarvyadirsi. My dear Lord, if your transcendental body, which shelters the entire universe, is actually lying upon the water, then why were you not seen by me when I searched for you? Brahmaji is remembering. Hey, you see, Brahma remembers that. We don't remember. But Brahma is remembering. Then why were you not seen by me when I searched for you? Why, though I could not envision you properly within my heart, did you then suddenly reveal yourself? So Brahmaji is saying that you are original Narayana. You are original Narayana. And Narayana is your expansion. Which Narayana? The Narayana who gave me birth. But then, when I took birth, I was searching for you. And I could not see you. But then you revealed yourself within my heart. Atraiva maya dhamanāvatare iyasya prapanchasya bahisputasya Kṛṣṇasya chantara jathare jananya maya tvam eva pakati krutam te. My dear Lord, in this incarnation you have proved that you are the supreme controller of Maya. Although you are now within this universe, the whole universal creation is within your transcendental body, a fact you demonstrated by exhibiting the universe within your abdomen before your mother Yashoda. So now you may say again, Brahmaji knows this is the same person who showed the entire universe within his belly to his mother Yashoda, and how he got befooled. Right? So I don't think that we can really explain, except I can tell you what I told you in the beginning, that when Krishna's Lila Sakti wanted to unite Krishna with cowherd men and cowherd women and cowherd girls and cows, Brahma happened to be the instrument to enact this Lila. So it is Yogamaya which covered Brahmaji, not Maya. It's Yogamaya which covered Brahmaji. Otherwise this Lila would not have happened. Brahma Vimana Lila would have never taken place. So we completed 8 more verses today. And this chapter has many, many verses. 61 verses are there. I don't know whether by Kartik Purnima we can finish. But whatever we will finish on the day of Kartik Purnima, we are going to have a grand quiz. Till 40, we finish 16. Right? Today is what? 27, 28, 29. 2 more days. So we can cover 10 verses. Right? 20. So by that we will cover it. Okay. Sudhi, cover one more. Asya kukhya vidam sarvamat satmam Vati tatha yatha, yatha tatha, tattvayapiha tatsarvam, kimidam mayaya vina. Just as this entire universe, including you, was exhibited within your abdomen, so it is now manifested here externally in the same exact form. How could such things happen unless arranged by your inconceivable energy? So Brahmaji is saying, just like you sowed the universe within your belly, right? Similarly, in front of me, you sowed unlimited universes outside of you. You sowed, no? So in the center is Krishna, all around, thousands of Narayana. Each Narayana is being worshipped by the respective Brahma and Shiva, material elements, everyone, the Vedas, Upanishads. Okay. So Brahma saw millions of universes with their presiding deity, Narayana, surrounding Krishna. That's what Brahma saw. Right? So Brahma is saying, just like you sowed your universal form to your mother Yashoda, you are sowing same thing, but little differently. Everything was inside you, now you sowed everything still outside of you. And this is all possible by your inconceivable spiritual energy, internal potency. Okay? Addaiva tvadrutesya kim mama nate maya tvam adarsitam ekosi prathamam tato vraja surut vatsa samastapi tavantosi chaturujas tadakhila sakam mayopasitas tavanti eva jaganti abhustat amitam brahma dvayam sishyate. Have you not shown me today that both you, yourself, and everything within this creation are manifested of your inconceivable potency? First you appeared alone, then you manifested yourself as all of Vrindavan's calves and cowherd boys, your friends. Next, you appeared as an equal number of 400 Vishnu forms, were worshipped by all living beings, including me. After that, you appeared as an equal number of complete universes. Finally, you have now returned to your unlimited form as the supreme absolute truth, one without a second. So Brahmaji is saying, you as the small cowherd boy, you indeed is the ultimate absolute truth. So Brahmaji summarized what happened. He said, I made you alone because I snatched your cowherd boys and calves. Actually, Brahma didn't snatch. Because cowherd boys and calves cannot be snatched away. They are within internal potency. So they were hidden by the internal potency. But externally to us, it appears that Brahmaji stolen. Brahmaji stole all those calves and cowherd boys. Anyway, so this is first point. So Brahmaji kept Krishna alone. Krishna is wandering alone. And Brahmaji thought he made Krishna helpless. But what happened? Krishna, although initially one, became unlimited. How? expanded to as many calves and as many cowherd boys are there. And all those expansions, right? Because each cowherd boy had their bugle, their dress, their earrings. It's amazing, isn't it? Eh? Their garlands, peacock feather, whatever they were wearing, who knows, right? And then Brahmaji is saying, you expanded each one of those expansion of yours into 400 Narayana, being worshipped by 33 crore demigods and other devotees, including me. And then the universal structure around each Narayana. Okay. And now you are standing in front of me. You are indeed the summum bonum of everything that exists. You are source of all Narayanas. You are the original Narayana. You are one without a second. Okay. Advaita. So we should stop here on 18th verse. We'll start from 19 tomorrow. And these prayers are very wonderful. As I promised, but I don't know whether I can keep my promise. Let me see if there are some questions.
Radhakant Prabhu shared this Narayan definition.
Okay. Oh Lord of the Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not there for my father Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in the water burned from Nara, Garbhodakasai Vishnu. And that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They're absolute and are not creation of Maya. But this is what same verse, 10.14.14. Same thing. We read. Okay. Amrit Panda. Srila Prabhupada was saying, actually at every moment we are suffering. There is no question of enjoyment. But we think like we are enjoying. We know the reason is influence of Maya. Sir, how actually Maya does this? We have experienced suffering at some part time. How can we see it clearly that we are suffering at every moment? You are suffering at every moment because you are given, just like, for example, you are sitting for the examination, right? In front of you, there is a question paper, right? And you are answering, but still you have many questions still left. And you are watching the watch. And the more you see, the time tickles, heartbeat increases. You have seen that? Similarly, every second you are passing, my dear friend, you are losing the opportunity to perfect your life. That is the biggest suffering. The biggest suffering is this human body is given for you, to you, for your perfection. And for the purpose for which you have got the human birth, and every moment you are wasting. So that is the ultimate form of suffering. That is the ultimate form of suffering. And when time of death will come, like yesterday we did this 2-hour session, right? So what I was telling, that if you sit in one place, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, if you are able to chant Hare Krishna, then you have nothing to do. You have nothing to do, my dear friend, because you know that whilst doing like that, you will give up your body, and you will not feel that you have given up the body, because you will be always in trance, right? So we do preaching, we do follow our spiritual masters, not because we are great. We follow because we are unqualified. And my master knows how to use me. You know that story? Story of two matka? You don't know? Wow. There is a Vishnu temple. It has a pujari. The pujari used to carry two matka. One matka he would put on his head or on his thing, and the other matka he would carry. But in that matka, there will be a hole. And by the time he reaches the temple, that matka will be completely drained out of water. But other matka, he will be full always. And that water will be used in bathing Narayana. Okay? So every day, this matka with the hole, he would cry. Eh? The pujari every day is working so hard. Why is carrying me? I have a hole. He's wasting my time. He's wasting his time. And the other matka, who is always, feeling, is always full, and his water is being used in the worship of Narayana. His chest is always, is expanding. You see, he has nothing to give to Narayana. I have everything to give to Narayana. Right? So one day, while the pujari, after taking bath, he filled these two matka and is ready to go. The other matka, who has a hole, he started crying. So what happened? No, I don't feel right that every day you spend so much of energy to carry me, but by the time you reach the temple, I'm completely empty. Why you carry me every day? And then the story was narrated by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And then Pujari would laugh. He said, please come. I'll show you. So as Pujari is going on the way to the temple, there is a garden. And there is a line of flower plants. And as he's carrying this water, they are getting spilling over this. And those plants are growing and they're giving flowers. Okay. And he carried him. And then there was nice, although the other pot is being used for bathing Narayana, but then this pot is responsible for those plants to grow and giving flower to Narayana. So then Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, the expert can use us. I may have 1,000 holes, but you surrender yourself to an expert. An expert knows how to use us. Right? I have forgotten. It's a long, long time. Maybe you people can dig out Tamal Krishna Maharaj this lecture. Long back. But I have spoken about this. I don't know whether I have spoken in IIT Kanpur. Did I? I have spoken about this in Juhu Temple. I have spoken in Germany. But I don't remember. Suddenly it came to me today in a specific context.
Sir, you told to remind about the real life situations you'll tell that can puzzle us.
So my point is that is there any other question? once you say that every one of us have same experience of 100 years, mean even an ant has same experience of time. You said also it is same with Brahmaji. Then if experience of time of one's life is same, then how Brahmaji have much more experience? This Sandeep must be the dullest of dullest doll. Whoever this Sandeep, I don't know. But my dear friend, do you think ant's experience is more than yours? Ant is living his 100 years, that's all. But it is not wise. It doesn't. All that ant's experience is that, even if the sugar is somewhere else, it knows how to find it. And it's not that he finds it. It's because of the super soul he finds it. I've told you this story, right? First time after I became a devotee. This is my first experience of going out. Because when you become a devotee, you are always in devotee association. And I was very privileged only to have prasadam in the house, in the sir's house. Every day I was taking prasadam in his house. So obviously, and suddenly you have to go to attend a conference in Hyderabad. And my friend, good friend, N.D.R. Sarma was organizing that conference. So he has booked a room in a hotel for me. I checked in and I have carried some good and chuda. Chuda means flat rice, right? Flat rice and good. And those days I was always carrying this because that is all food. And I have kept it and I went to search for my friend. By the time I came, and this was, I think, 4th or 5th floor, and my room is filled with ants, But you know that you won't find ants in Western world. No, it's not because of Sunday. It's a very crazy world. Yes. So what was the contest I was giving this answer? Experience, Appa. So ant can only tell that much, Appa. Brahma's experience is about Krishna. Brahma has unlimited experience of Krishna. You as a human being may have very little experience of Krishna. And ant has no experience of Krishna. You follow? Okay? Next. Ananta Srivastava. Sorry, Sandeep. You asked a question. I'm very happy. Sometime I make a comment, dullest of dull. That is, please, I beg apology. Everybody must ask question. अच्छा प्रश्न पूछ लो भाग गया अरे भैया should we forcefully stop our desires? Like I want to drink tea, so how can I stop my bad habits? No, this is not forcefully stop your desire. You must stop drinking tea. Not because I am telling, because Krishna wants us. Whatever Krishna wants us, we must do voluntarily. Okay, we must feel indebted to Krishna. We must feel surrendered to Krishna. Whatever Krishna says, I must follow it. So, okay. Animal Avasti, is there any specific difference between Vishnu and Narayana, or are they one and the same? They are same. Narayana, Vishnu, no different distinction. Narayana, Krishna, no distinction. Krishna, Rama, no distinction. Narasimha, Rama, no distinction. Please don't make any distinction, my dear friend. I beg to all of you, don't make distinction. Okay. Okay, so already 8:45. We should stop here. Thank you very much. 8:45. 8:45 ho gaya. If I give, then it will become 9. So tomorrow you remind me. Okay. Only Brahmaji's prayer. Okay. If you want, I can add everything that we have discussed. Exam aa raha hai. So theek hai. Brahmaji's prayer. But it will be very tough competition. Okay.